Good afternoon. Welcome to Deep Thoughts While Driving. Me, myself, and I here as per the norm. Yeah, I'm done with this year. Is this year over yet? So, let's recap what's been going on in this year so far. Well, there's the obvious pandemic. So, there's that. Watch traffic here. So, yeah. So we got the pandemic, obviously, and no zombies. Like, where's the zombies? That I could deal with, but no zombies yet. Emphasis on yet. Let me see. My wife has had to experience loss multiple times between friends and family members passing away. I think she's up to 3 so far this year. An uncle passed away. Longtime friend of the family. The wife's mom's employer. And guy who ran the camp, the cook, passed away. She'd known Pierre for 20 some odd years. Her Uncle Johnny passed away recently. She just found out this morning that my wife's a bowler, and she always bowled in the Northwest Open. It's a bowling tournament. One of the guys that she's bowled with and known for, again, 20 plus years, she found out this morning that he passed away. And there's more, but anyhow. So, people passing away, pandemic, health issues. She's had her share of health issues lately, just this last year. Her iron level, because she's anemic, her iron level has been an ongoing battle, but this year's been hell, to be polite. They did one test, and her iron level test, and her iron was at 5. Just for the understanding, your standard iron level for the normal, average, everyday human being, adult, should be about 70 or 77, something like that. Between 70 and 80, anyhow. Hers was at 5. The next test they did, her iron level was undetectable. Yeah. And then the test after that, oh, it's great, it's gone up. It's at 3. So she's got, the second her iron level starts to get anywhere close to above 0, she gets random bruises showing up because, I don't know, there's iron level in her blood and things are starting to work properly. She's always tired, always got serious fatigue because she's anemic. She's got some other little health issues going on, but for the main one, it's been the anemia. And then she comes home, honey, my leg hurts. Can you check it for me? So I check it. She's got knots from her ankle up to her ass cheek. And I mean, like, anywhere from grape-sized knots to softball-sized knots. And I got, like, She's pulling muscles, she's straining muscles, knotting up muscles. I mean, I'm checking her shoulders and I'm checking her back and checking her legs, and I can feel the tendons are strained. How do I know this by feel, you ask? I've mangled a lot of muscles myself in my life. So there's that. The whole trying to homeschool our son during the pandemic went swirling down the toilet. He ended up behind a lot. And then they started this where he could go back to school for a couple hours here and there, and he was starting to do okay. Wasn't back to where he should be, but he was starting to catch up a little bit. And then they ended up going 2 days a week, 8-hour days, and that was great because it made a huge difference. He didn't finish the year where he was supposed to be anywhere near, but not as bad as it could have been. Now he's in school and he's gone from one teacher to another because the class sizes got changed up and everything. He's behind, we're trying to get him caught up, and the poor kid goes to school. He does his 8-hour school day. The speed limit's 50, not 35. I realize you're a student, but you can not drive that speed. So there's that. Now, after he finishes his school day, he comes home and he does extra work to try and get him caught back up. He's in grade 4, and some of his math is grade 2 level, grade 2, grade 3. His reading is grade 3. I mean, like, by the time he finishes this year, he's got to get caught back up. Although the good thing is, I had a very pleasant chat with his teacher yesterday when we went to pick him up, and just looking the teacher in the eye and telling him that I am dyslexic, and my son, as far as I can tell, is dyslexic. He does a lot of stuff that I do, and like explaining the B's and D's, 6s and 9s. There's perfect 9s. They're facing the wrong direction, but they're perfect, beautiful 9s. And when he's reading, he's sounding things out, and he sees a B and he's sounding it out as a D, and vice versa. So there's all that fun stuff. He's like, oh, well, they don't test for dyslexia anymore. And I'm like, well, he was getting help last year. So the teacher's like, well, I'll look into it. We'll find out who he was getting help with and try and get him some help. That So that's a bright point. Yeah. My son's been having some issues with some gotta sneeze here. Allergies are driving me nuts. My son's been having issues where he goes to the bathroom at school and he's in such a rush, he ends up with racing stripes in his underwear, and he tells the teacher that the reason why she smells poop coming off of him after he went to the bathroom is he has diarrhea. No, he doesn't have diarrhea. He just is being lazy and not wiping properly and being in a rush, and he's got loose stool, so he ain't pooping bricks, but he's not squirting water, so he doesn't have diarrhea. So he ended up staying home for almost a week and a half because of that. He ended up getting sent home, and by the time he had a big helping of sushi on a Monday. So it gave him a little bit of it was kind of going through him. Nothing major, nothing he had to stay home from, but it was kind of going through him for a day or two because he pigged out on sushi. And it went downhill from there. So, yeah. And then he went back to school the next week. And he's like, oh, he was in a rush again. And, oh, I got diarrhea when he doesn't. And, yeah, so he missed a day. And it's like, no, you're going back to school. Like, we're done. We explained to him this is the difference. So his school's been just cracked out. He gets... Next week, he goes to school Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday is the 11th, which is Remembrance Day, and his birthday. So he gets the day off. Well, on that week anyhow. He gets Wednesday off, and then goes back to school for Thursday, Friday. So one day off in the middle of the week. Really? I understand it. It's Remembrance Day, and I'm very respectful of that. But out of the 10 months of school he's supposed to have, with all the Pro D days and this days and that days and the other days, he's losing a month and a half of school. So what they would try and teach you in 10 months, they're gonna teach you in 8 to 8.5 months. Like, wow. And with the pandemic and everything all messed up, he's getting behind. So that's why we're working so hard to get him caught back up. And then there's me. My health has been other than stellar. March I caught basically COVID's cousin as an evil flu. Pardon me, COVID's evil cousin as a flu. Messed up my lungs. Then I was exposed to cleaning chemicals at work, so that burnt the snot out of part of one of my lungs. And then it happened 2 more times, so I've been off and off and off. Then I got a stomach flu, and then I get this, and then I get that, and then I get the other, and I'm just... My health's been garbage. Overall, I've been sick so much more this year than I have in the past 5 years altogether. My wife, same thing. My son, well, he hasn't been sick, but he's been missing school and everything. My mother-in-law, oh my God, that woman's been in the hospital more times than I ever have in my life. And that includes the birth of both my son, my daughter, and my grandbaby. So, I mean, like, geez. She's been in there multiple times for multiple surgeries, multiple health issues and everything. It's just... And the more her health acts up, the more we have concerns about Dad's health, the father-in-law, and it's just... Enough. It's freaking enough. I'm done. If there's going to be a great big theatrical climax at the end of this year, get it over and done with. I mean, like, I'm going through construction zone. I'm ready for the zombies. Or just, you know, like, everybody stays home as a plague just drops people dead everywhere. Or Night of the Comet kind of crap. Or whatever they got planned next. Just get it, Resident Evil crap, whatever. Get it over and done with. Like, seriously. I'm done. Just get to the climax so we can get it over and done with and deal with it. And then move on. Because this seems like the year from hell that will never end. And the sad thing is, I know I'm not even in the group of the worst people in the situation. There are people way worse off than my family and I. Which is terrifying. Ugh. No, I'm done. This year can be done and be over anytime now. So, oh look, the one client's mom is here, and I can't park there. And those work vehicles are out. All right, I gotta park. I'm at work. So that is it. That is all. Take her easy. Stay home. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Catch you later. And please try and have a better day than I am. Later.